Today, we're diving into one of n8n's most underrated features, the split out node. It's a feature that many people skip because it seems confusing at first glance, but trust me, once you get it, you'll see how powerful it is once you add it to your workflows. The split out node takes an individual item that contains a list and splits it into individual items, letting you process each one on its own. This is a game changer when you're dealing with APIs that often return grouped data or when you need to handle multiple records separately. Some real-world examples include sending personalized emails by splitting a customer list into individual records, breaking down API responses into separate executions for more control, and processing rows or lists within a spreadsheet or database one at a time. So what we're gonna do in this video is we're gonna go through 4 different examples with you. And yeah, by the end of the video, you should be able to understand how this works. Additionally, if you do need any help with any n8n workflows, I am taking on freelance customers. You can find my information down below in the description. With that being said, let's learn how to use the split out node. All right, guys, so I'm here in n8n Cloud, and what we're gonna do is just walk through 4 different examples just to show you guys how to use it, over here, the split out. So our first one is gonna deal with JSON. Our second one is gonna deal with from sheet. So like whether you're using a Google Sheet or a spreadsheet. Our third is going to go over arrays. And then our fourth is going to combine multiple parts, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to combine our array with a Google Sheet. And that way it really hones in like why we want to use split out. So with that out of the way, I also want to show you really quick where you can find all of these nodes. So first, to execute everything, I'm just using the manual execute workflow. So just go over here to triggers, right? Trigger manually. That will populate that. This edit field, so this is the edit set. So you'll see this over here, edit set, edit field set, right? So using that quite a bit. Again, I'll talk about the properties and things like that I use for all of these. Next, we're using split out, which is the main purpose of this tutorial. So split out on that side of things, right? And then lastly, what we have over here is if. So just type in if over here. This has an if else statement. The other thing I'm using is sheets just to get the rows. So just go over here to get sheets and then get rows in sheet, right? This tutorial won't show you how to set up Google Sheets for the first time. In fact, I do have a video already on the YouTube channel that covers that. So feel free to check that one out before jumping into Sheets if you haven't set this up for the first time. All right, so we'll jump into all these. Let's start off with example number 1 over here. And what we're going to do is just zoom in so that way it's a little bit easier. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to insert in some JSON. So when you go to edit fields, right, you have 2 different options. You can manual map or you can set JSON over here. What I specifically did is put in some JSON. And just to walk you guys through on that side of things, this is a little bit easier to read over here to the right. I set up different to-do tasks, right? So task, write a blog post. I put this as a priority high. Task, reply to emails. I set this priority medium. And then I said task, plan meeting. This is a low priority. I set the owner of all these to myself. And yeah, that's essentially our JSON that we wrote over here. This is just a little prettier on that side of things. So I just wanted to show you in that, right? Nothing else. It's going to be different. Okay. So this is one thing, right? One item. And this is going into split out, right? You can see it says one item and we're going to split out over here. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to drag in to-dos, right? And again, just going back over here. Well, I guess I could just show you over here with the JSON, right? We have to-dos right here and you have a task and a priority, task priority, task priority, right? So we are splitting out everything inside of to-dos, right? All 3 of these are going to be split out, right? So you can see execute step. And now our items, we have 3 items, right? We have task priority, task priority, task priority, right? Instead of to-dos and owner, like this has gone away, this has gone away. And now we just have task priority. And you can see our items have been expanded, right? We've gone from 1 item in general, which was all of this JSON, right? Now we have 3 items, a task and a priority for each item. Now, what we can do with this now is we can take this along with our workflow and we really have limitless opportunities, right? And the easiest way I wanted to show you guys is like, what if we set up an if else statement, right? So in if else, and at least in n8n is just called if, right? I just drag over this priority, right? If a priority is equal to high or right? So if priority is equal to medium, so if one of these 2 conditions are met, this is going to be set to true, right? else, which is the other condition, this will be a false, right? So if this is not met, it will go into the false branch. If it is met, we go to the high, right? Or the true. So why we would want to do this, right? Like medium and high priority tasks, maybe we need to get these done within a set amount of hours, and we have our own specific workflow on this side of things, right? We just go over here and we have specific tasks that we need to do. So, this will send to Slack or something like that, right? Otherwise, like this goes into low priority and we don't really have to worry about it, right? So this allows us to branch out based off of what is in that JSON, right? Again, if I go over here to execute step, you can see we have 2 that are in true, right? We have priority high, priority medium, and then 1 that was in false. And we couldn't do this unless we split this out, right? So that's why I split it's important. We take our larger JSON, right? We go to split out, we split it into smaller manageable sections, and then we can do whatever we want with it throughout the rest of the workflow. Now, that is primarily the most popular case on this side of things. So I wanted to knock this out here first for you guys, but I didn't want to just make that into a video, right? Because that's a quick 5-minute video. So what I did also is I'm going to show you a few other ways that I've seen people use this. Now, what I'm going to do is just drag this execute workflow each time. The next thing that you'll see on here is from Google Sheets, right? And personally, when we use Google Sheets, I like using edit set, but people do use split out. So let me just show you this really quick. So this was a table that I developed here this morning. I mean, different bands, we have songs from those bands, the genre of the band, whether it's like rock, metal, bluegrass, whatever, soft rock, and if I've seen them live, right? Again, all I did is just grab a spreadsheet that I created this morning called split out node. It's all in sheet 1, right? Nothing else. That's this over here. No filtering at all. But what some people do is they actually like filtering this on here, right? So this grabs all of the different columns, right? So we have the row number, we have the band, songs, genre, and seen live. Well, you can use split out and you specify here a column. So let's say I drag and drop band over there, and then right, we're going to use something that we didn't use earlier, right? So in our first example, we didn't cover include, right? You go over here and you see we said include no other fields. Well, in here, we're going to choose to include other fields, right? So I just put over here, select other fields. And let's say I want to see seen live, right? So I'm going to grab 2 columns. I'm going to grab the band and I'm going to grab seen live, right? And you can see that now we have 2 columns based off of, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things over here. Now we have 2. Well, okay, what if we want to throw in one other thing, right? What if we want to throw in the genre? Okay, so I throw a genre in over here, right? And now we have 3. So feel free to drag and drop if you want, but this is a way to really filter down your spreadsheet, right? Often you're not going to use every single column. So this is one option to do that, right? And if you did want to use everything, which would make this pointless, right? You can just go over here and select all other fields, right? And you'll see it grabs everything that we had over here, right? These are exactly the same. There's no differences. So again, what I'd recommend is you just do selected other over here, go on the side of things. Okay, what do I want? Well, I want to see, what did we put over here? The genre, and then seen live. So seen live like this, execute that step. And then we just have that populated in over here. And why I say like this is optional, I personally prefer this approach on it, which is the edit fields. I feel like it's better across the board. So again, we're just going to read in the spreadsheet. Nothing has changed, right? And then you can go over here to edit on this side of things, right? And why I like this too is you can choose the property that you want, right? Sorry, not property, but you could change the data type, right? So by default, when you read in a spreadsheet, everything's going to be strings. So you can change these to arrays if you're dealing with arrays, which hint, we are going to be using it later. But all you got to do is drag and drop, right? So like, for example, if I want to grab seen live, I go over here, drag and drop seen live, and you can see it's over here, right? To me, this is better because I can see specifically, okay, I'm grabbing in the band column, I'm grabbing in the seen live column, right? It's cleaner to me, in my personal opinion. Rather than using the split out. I view split out as like going from one to many relationship, where it's not always the case on this, right? Like you can technically see it's 1-to-1, right? We bring in 10 items and then there's 10 items. Whereas again, like over here, right? We brought in 1 JSON, we have 3, and you'll see it over here a little bit later. We're going to expand these out. So again, I think when you're working with spreadsheets, it's better off to use edit set. Some people use split out, but I don't think that's the approach that you should use, but it does work. And sometimes you'll see this in workflows. And that's why I bring it up, because, again, real world scenarios, sometimes you're gonna have to debug someone else's workflow. Let's say someone already has a workflow built out and they say, hey, check this out, I want to expand upon it. Or, hey, it's not working, I need you to fix this, right? You might not understand why someone's using a split out in that workflow, but that is one thing that you may see out there in the real world. So that's why I wanted to show it to you guys. There is also opportunities for split out when you work with spreadsheets, but that's going to be here in example number 4. All right, let's keep moving forward. This is where another really good example, and this is going to be dealing with arrays. Now, why I have 2 over here, I just want to show you there's multiple ways that you can build out arrays here in n8n, right? We're going to do the same exact thing with split out, but let me just show you this really fast. Now, how I build out an array. So I go here to edit fields, right? The edit set, manual mapping, you set an array. So we have array over here. And then all I do is I have these brackets over here, right? And each item in the array, I have double quotes, right? So again, I'm just grabbing from the spreadsheet. So these are different songs that 9 Nails has every day, right? Hurt, closer. So I just put each of these in double quotes, right? Now, what some people do as well is they just put all this in JSON, right? So this is an expression. So instead of fixed, they put expression. You have the 2 over here for the JSON, right? And then what you have is double quotes across the board, right? And then you have split. So split like that, double quotes, and then a comma over here. And you can see that this has a table. You have an array 0, 1, 2. Again, same exact thing that's over here, right? Personally, I prefer this, right? Like this is easier for me to understand. Like I do code a lot, but rather than this JSON. But again, just want to show you both approaches, just in case you prefer one or the other, right? So we have that. All right. So next, what we're going to do is split this out. So what we're going to do is go over here and, you could drag and drop array or just type in array, right? Because this is an array, and then include no other fields. Now, one thing to mention is you also have the option to change the field name. So over here, right? And again, going over here, I named this array as array. That's not proper, but for this video, I just wanted to show you guys that you can rename this, right? So I'm renaming array into song, right? It's because there's songs in there. So now we have 3 items from this array, right? And each of these are songs. So that's why I labeled this as song, right? So maybe like this array over here was called songs, right? And then we want to change songs into song, right? That's another use case. So just to show you that really fast, right? We're going to have this called songs. I'm going to execute this step. So I'm going to unpin and test, and you can see it says songs, but then I go over here, right? I chose over here destination field name, which again, the field under the output, which to split the field contents, I labeled this as a song. So now we have this over here, and why this didn't work, you can see I'm trying to split out array. There's no array anymore, it's songs. So I just go over here to songs. I click execute step, and now songs has been relabeled. Each of these are a song, and we go from a 1 relationship to now we have 3 items over here, right? So 1 array, now we have 3 specific songs. Cool. Hopefully that makes sense on that side of things, because now what we're going to do is we're going to put everything together, right? So what we covered a little bit earlier over here in this sheet, what we covered over here in this array, this is where I find this to be the most powerful part, right? So let's take a look at this, right? So again, what we're going to do is read in our spreadsheet. So same as above, right? We've covered this already 3 times, maybe even 4 times. Then what we're going to do is get rows and sheet, and we're going to map these out. So first, remember these songs over here, well, they are arrays. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this as an array. Again, why I like this better, use this rather than split out when you're going right after your spreadsheet, right? So I set this as an array. Everything else is a string, right? The band's a string, the genre is a string, Haseen Live, that's also a string, right? So I click over here, execute step, and you can see how this works, right? We have 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2 across the board because these are arrays. Then we have all these here as strings, right? And again, if you want to see the JSON or if you want to see a schema, that's how it's built out. Personally, when I'm working with spreadsheets, I like using table. Okay, so we have both of those. Over here, we have 10 items, which are going to be the 10 rows. Well, now we want to split these out, right? Every single thing over here, these songs, I want them to have a specific, essentially a row, right? So what we're going to split out is songs over here, right? And I also want to have the band and the genre, right? It doesn't make sense to have Seen Live over here, but let's put the band and genre, right? Seen Live is a little bit iffy because not every band doesn't play the same songs every night, right? So set list change. So it's a little bit ambiguous there. So, but I do want to add in band and genre, right? So now I click execute step and you can see we have 30 items, right? We have a song, we have a band, and then we have a genre, right? And you can go over here, and again, you can change this over here from songs into song, like as I showed you, right? And you can see we have song, band, and genre. Again, this makes more sense than songs. So we have a song, every day is exactly the same, the band, 9 Inch Nails, and then the genre, rock. Hurt, 9 Inch Nails, rock, right? A Home, Rivers of Nile, metal. Where Owls Know My Name, Rivers of Nile, metal, right? Beggar's Song, Matt Mason, soft rock. Across the board, right? So now we have 30 items right over here, and we have expanded that out from 10. So that is going to be split out, right? So again, just to reiterate what we covered here in today's video, right? Split out, you take one item or multiple items and you expand it out. The reason why is you can go over and add in some sort of conditional logic or steps taken based off of the specific items, right? In this first example, we took JSON, we split it out, and then we set up a conditional if else, right? If it's a medium or high priority, we go like one direction. If it's not, we go in a different direction, right? Some people will use this with Google Sheets. I prefer edit set, and I would recommend like you just use edit set when you load in a Google Sheet, but sometimes you will see split out. Again, I don't think you should use it, but some people will, right? Number 3, very popular to use it with an array. If you want to split out those items within an array, right? Take in one array in this instance, right? And we split out every single song within that song array. And then lastly, with the Google Sheet, right? We had a Google Sheet over here where one of the columns had arrays in it, and then we split it apart. So then instead of having 10 rows, now we have 30 specific items, or 10 rows, 10 items, right? Now we have 30 because each band had 3 songs in it. And so again, we just expanded this one out. And that's kind of where the split out is, right? And you take a look at the icon, you have one thing going in and you have multiple going out, 1 to 3. And that's kind of why we built out this tutorial, 1 to 3 across the board, if you notice that pattern. But yeah, that is essentially it. Hopefully you guys found value in this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Again, I am helping out people in n8n workflows. If you do need any help, my contact information is going to be down below. We're uploading 2 to 3 videos every single week. Have over 20 other n8n videos here on the channel, so feel free to check those ones out as well. And I'll catch you guys in another video.